morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Friday, December 2nd, 2016. Precipitation over the last 7 days has been fairly spotty across the north, with some heavier amounts over the mountains of central Utah and some portions of central Nevada. This morning's satellite imagery shows an area of low pressure in place across the eastern Great Basin that's going to be exiting the region tonight, replaced by a weak high pressure system moving in for the weekend. We'll see temperatures increasing somewhat from today's highs. The ventilation index is still fairly good across the southern Great Basin today, as winds are higher in those areas with that exiting low pressure system. As seen on the image on the left, the transport winds are fairly high across southern Nevada and southwest Utah, with gusts up to and above 40 miles an hour. Mixing heights are also higher in this area across the southern Great Basin, leading to the better ventilation index. On Saturday, that area of low pressure will be exiting to the south, and so the overall air quality situation will be decreasing across the region. This is due to the winds becoming more calm and the mixing heights lowering across the area. On Sunday, we'll see warmer temperatures across the area as a weak high pressure builds into the Great Basin. This will continue to keep poor ventilation in place across the Great Basin. Winds will generally be light across the area on Sunday with low mixing heights. However, over Idaho, the ventilation index will be picking up a bit with some higher winds ahead of the next system. The clearing index forecast for Utah shows higher values across the southern valleys for today, with diminishing overall clearing index values for Saturday and into Sunday. The 3-day precipitation accumulations are shown here, with quite light amounts expected over Utah and Nevada, with some heavier amounts over the mountains of central Idaho and western Wyoming. Those values are mainly going to be into the latter part of the weekend, Sunday into Monday. On Monday, the weather pattern changes as a broad area of low pressure swings into the Great Basin. This will increase the ventilation rates, particularly across the south, where gustier westerly winds will move into the region. On Tuesday, continued cooler west to northwest flow will drop into the Great Basin. This will allow the ventilation rates to stay high in some portions, particularly across the southern Great Basin, while ventilation rates will not be quite as favorable across the north. And by Wednesday, this cooler northerly flow will certainly decrease the ventilation rates across much of the Great Basin, leading to generally poor air quality for the middle to latter part of next week. Precipitation accumulations for day 4 and 5, including Tuesday and Wednesday, shows some precipitation expected over northern Nevada and over the mountains of central Utah once again. The extended outlook for the second week of December is calling for below normal temperatures across much of the northern 2/3 of the area, with above normal chances for precipitation in those same areas. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back on Monday for the latest updates.